Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, you probably saw a video I did earlier during my lunch yesterday. Well, I discussed a little bit of well, I did a discussion on season 8 so far for MLP, and also gave my thoughts on Fake It Till You Make It, which um, I have now added to this DVD. This DVD plus R is actually currently a work in progress. What this is actually the first four. What this actually contains right now is the first four episodes of season 8 of MLP, and the plan basically is to DVR all the new episodes, and then when I get a chance, either on Sunday morning, early Sunday mornings, or maybe on a Monday after work or so, to add those DVR recordings to the DVD. So now I got School Days, The Mod Couple, and Fake It Till You Make It. The next one is going to be Granny's Gone Wild, which is the Rainbow Dash Granny Smith Applejack related episode. So that's going to be the next one. And from what I've been able to calculate, when recording these episodes or recording these DVRs and just letting them run, because I keep tabs and everything, and all that. When I let them run, on average at 30 minutes each, I can put about 12 episodes on there. 12 episodes. Now, if I cut out the commercials, which I'm sure a lot of you would say, well, why don't you do that? I could do that. I probably will have to do that if I want to add maybe an even 13, which would probably help. The only problem though is I have other things sometimes that come up, like today my mom called, well, not today but yesterday my mom called on the phone to let me know she was at the college getting ready to go into she was at the college getting ready to come home from class. So imagine if you're on the phone with somebody and it takes you away from what you want to do. That essentially is what this whole situation, that's essentially what I'm trying to get at here is I would probably cut out the commercials, which I'll probably have to do maybe one or two to kind of even it out, because right now I have 4 hours 11 minutes left, and according to what I was able to calculate, once I get to a 12th episode while recording it in this manner, with commercials and everything, I'm looking at 11 minutes left. So if I take out the commercials, which reduce the thing by at least, I would say, 9 minutes, you're probably looking at an additional episode or so down the line. So right now, if I keep doing it the way I'm doing it with the commercials and everything, I'm probably going to end up getting at least 12 episodes on there. But if I take one episode and take out the commercials, which, like I said, on average drops it from about 9, then I could probably fit another episode on there, but I would have to cut the commercials out on that one as well, because I would just be barely making it. So I'd probably have to cut the commercials off on at least 2 episodes down the line, maybe when I get towards the end or something. Because on average, if it's like 9 minutes per, because on average, if it's 9 minutes altogether on commercials, that brings it back down to 22 minutes. Then I'm looking at 18 minutes, an additional 18 minutes, which if I use that, would drop the episode or drop the DVD to at least, I would say, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. I can't really say. There may be 3 episodes, I don't know. Maybe the last 3. It may be episodes 10, 11, and 12, maybe, if I decide to go that route. Because if I go and try to get that 13th episode on there, then it will even out that one disc is the first half of the season, and then the other disc could end up being like the second half of the season. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. The only other scenario I think would end up happening, the other scenario I think and could potentially see happening, is I could get 12 episodes each on 2 discs, and then get a third episode, or get a third disc, which I'd have to go with the hour-long run on. So that would probably be, so you're probably looking at 2.5 discs, 2 6-hour long recordable disc containing episodes of MLP Season 8, and then 1 additional disc containing the last 2 episodes. So basically you're looking at 2.5, 3.5, 3 discs, but 2.5 in a way if you look at it that way. But yeah, that's what I plan to do. Well, that's my current plan right now. But I also wanted to come back up here and talk about something I was trying to talk about a little bit during my lunch break. And that's how Season 8's been progressing. Basically, Season 8, in the eyes of a lot of fans, has been kind of back and forth. It's kind of, to me, it's like the first 3 episodes, in my opinion, have been 60-40. It's like you had 60% of the fans like it, 40% didn't. Fake It Till You Make It, which was the more recent one, was more 65-35. In other words, you had 5 more people. You had an additional 5% liking it, and a negative 5% not liking it. So yeah, it's kind of been back and forth. We're gonna see what happens by the time they hit certain episodes that apparently have already been leaked, if you will. So we'll have to wait and see how they hit their stride then. Maybe Granny's Gone Wild this upcoming week is going to be a good one. We don't know. It's got Rainbow Dash involved, so we'll see what happens there. So yeah, Horseplay is also in the works. I think that takes place in a couple of weeks, I believe. I'm not really sure. You got Surfer Turf, which is another one. Parent Map, I think, is another one. See, excuse me. You got several episodes upcoming that will either keep the back and forthness of Season 8 going, or maybe shift the direction of it in either a positive or negative direction. And like I was saying in the video, I think the reason so far the season has kind of been up and down, kind of back and forth for fans is, in my opinion, it's almost like the creative staff has taken what they did with M.A. Lawson's episode, Fame and Misfortune. Because remember, M.A. wanted to go one direction, but they went another. It's like everything you got in Fame and Misfortune is what he intended, but not exactly. But anyway, it's almost like they're taking what they did a little bit with Fame and Misfortune, they're digging back into that bag of tricks, if you can catch my drift, and pulling out some of those ideas or some of those similarities to kind of still spread that message of, hey, you can enjoy the show, just don't be critical of it, because remember, at the end of the day, it's a kids show, and kids don't care about criticalness. And that's why Season 8 so far has kind of been, like I said, up and down lately. Then fine. If that's the reason, fine. It's not a good reason in my opinion, but if that is, in my opinion, again, I know I say that a lot here, I do apologize. But if in my honest IMO, if you will, in my honest I am in my IHMO, if you will, um, if that's what they're doing here with these episodes and that's why the way they are, it's gonna backfire on them. Because what's gonna happen is one episode, maybe several down the line throughout the season, is gonna deliver in a way that fans are going to not only praise it as being one of the best episodes of the year and of the season, but they're gonna basically say they want more of this, and that's inevitably going to happen. That's inevitably going to happen. Just checking how long this has been going. But inevitably, that's what's going to happen. I mean, right now, it's more along the lines that I think, again, in my honest opinion, they are trying to blend, if not hybrid, the message of, hey, you can enjoy the episode fine, but remember, the show's meant for kids, so don't be critical about nitpicks here and there. And that if that's what they're doing with these episodes, then it's no wonder why certain members of the community so far have been back and forth about it. I mean, Di Wilsonator, Thespio, he liked most of it except maybe the ending, and I think that's which was fake it till you make it. And I think that's the agreement with some people. It's like some of the endings lately with the more recent episodes. I mean, I know season 8 just started, but with some of these episodes, it's felt a little rushed. Like there's no clear conclusion. It's like, okay, you're just going to leave it at that? Okay, fine. Doesn't make sense, but alright. So it's kind of like, what's going on here kind of deal. And I think, in a way, that's the creative staff's intention of little kids don't care about, it just ends like that. They just care about what they see. They don't care about, why do they have to end so badly? Here's a nitpick here and there. They didn't... excuse me. Hasbro pretty much feels that we have to remember that in the end. And again, like I said, I think it's going to backfire on them in the end as well, because what's going to happen, like I said, there's going to be an episode or two that's going to come out later this season. It's going to be good. We're going to point it out as being good, and we're going to say that that's what you should be, that's how an episode in a story should go, as far as the season goes, as far as the show goes. Like, that's how a story contained in a singular episode should go. Excuse me. That essentially, I feel, is what's going to happen. And I think everybody watching this, if they're taking the time to watch it, knows that and they realize that. Again, fake it till you make it. I love the idea there. I love the fact that you created 3 faces of Fluttershy. I love the fact that Rarity had to fire and terminate all those different personas of Fluttershy just to get to the real Fluttershy. And yeah, Fluttershy, some people are critical about the fact that, hey, her apology seems a little rushed and everything. It's like, where's this and that? And you got to remember, this character is Fluttershy, so she's easily in context forgivable. But I like the idea here that you could get so lost in a character that you completely forget who you are. And I like the fact that Fluttershy pretty much seemed to cease to exist when she would go from one character to another. So, I like that. And that has potential that if they want to build upon that into the next season, maybe even in a future comic book story continuation of it, I wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But, again, just because part of it was good, there are some parts that people do look at as being a little rushed and a little nitpicky. And a little OOC for the certain characters. And again, that's people's rights to feel that way. But if that's the intention of the staff right now, to kind of be like, hey, remember, little kids show, they don't care about, oh, the characters are OOC, they're just getting a chuckle, or they're probably thinking, ooh, I can't wait till they bring out Snooty Fluttershy figure, or Fluttershy with all these different accessories you could dress her up in to recreate her different personas. I'm just saying, in my opinion, that that's probably how they view it. And maybe that's why some of the episodes have felt a little back and forth, like 60-40, 65-35, back and forth, kind of unbalanced, not evened. So, season 8, in my opinion, I think is going to end strong. There's no doubt about that. And there is going to be several episodes throughout, in my opinion, that's going to be good, to the point that we as critics, we as fans, are going to want to praise this episode and say that this is an episode and a story in self-contained episode that this is the way you do it. This is how you make a good episode singly contained, this is how you make a good story arc singly contained in one episode. So, that moment's coming. And it's going to come maybe once or twice this year. It may come this Saturday with Granny's Gone Wild. It may come with Horseplay. It may come with Moltdown. It may come with Surfer Turf. It may come. What's the episode? Other episode I'm thinking of. Parent Map. It may come with Friendship University. It may come with any of them. But it's guaranteed. I'm almost certain that before this season out, we're going to get one, maybe, I'm going to call it right now, I think about 3 decently good episodes that fans like myself, members of the cafe and the analyst community, are going to praise and say, like I just mentioned, I know I sound like a broken record, so I do apologize, that this is how that we're going to come out and all say, even those at the analyst and secretive cafe communities are going to say that that's how you do a story contained within a single episode. That's how you do it right and correct. So, those moments are coming. Those episodes are coming. Right now it's kind of 60-40, 65-35 back and forth, because I think they're subtly trying to use those tricks of the trade that they put in Fame and Misfortune to kind of still deliver that message of, hey, you can enjoy it, and you can enjoy the episode and have fun with it, have fun enjoying it, but remember, it's originally meant for kids, so don't be critical about it. So, but again, that's just my opinion on it. But so far, season 8, I think it's going to have 3 good episodes coming. That are going to backfire in DHX and Hasbro's plan to try to, continue that message that they put in Fame and Misfortune. And I've got a feeling they're going to be coming very soon. Probably be spread out sporadically throughout the season. We'll just have to wait and see. So, those are just my thoughts, my follow-up thoughts on Season 8 so far. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll talk to you later.